Like, I think Aaron's third in the league and getting the ball out quick.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get the pass rush going against someone that is just constantly getting rid of the football?
Yeah, we just got matched coverage with Rush. Mix up the looks. I mean, it's hard when you talk about the guys who's getting the ball out quick, like Flacco. You look at Aaron. They got so much experience. They done seen every look, every disguise. So we just gotta make a challenge and confuse it and just get after them. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a tough matchup, but I always get excited for those when you're playing goats like that.
What do you admire about Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback?
I just admire his competitive spirit. I think he's a one-on-one player. Since he came into this league, he just attacked everything, and I just love how he represents himself and how he carries himself, and those he looks after. Really good dude.
What's your earliest memory of him?
Oh man, I would say mine has always been on Madden. Just like for a while, he was the only quarterback with gunslinger. So even when you did franchise modes or draft, you're drafting Aaron Rodgers first because he's like one of the only quarterbacks with gunslinger. So I was just telling that in the locker room. So it's pretty cool.
Micah, you've had like 2 months in this defense at this point. Do you feel like you are where you want to be in terms of mastery of what half wants you guys doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's still levels that we can get to, in terms of mastery. And, that's like mastery is like chasing perfection. And, we may never, and Coach talked about it today, it's like, you could play perfect for 64 snaps and you bust 4 coverages and, that hurts you. So, but we got to play damn near close to it. And we got to limit that. And it takes all of us just play after play, one play at a time, focus, determination. And, it's a challenge, but we can live up to that.
We talked to you before Detroit. I suck at numbers, so it's probably, you said it's like 80% or something close to that of the playbook that you'd already gotten down.
Mm-hmm.
Are you at 100% now?
Yeah, I know the playbook. I mean, we add stuff every week. Half doesn't stop adding things. So each week you're learning something new. And I think that's a good thing because, we mix up, we give different looks based off of how they play us, what to expect. I think he has that type of identity that he wants to keep switching it up and keep having different looks. And it challenges the players, and we accept those challenges.
Mike, have you played there on a Sunday night before?
No, I was supposed to last year, and I got hurt, so I'm actually excited. I'm looking forward to this matchup.
What is that place like? You have played there, though. What is it kind of like?
No, I never played there.
You haven't played there at all?
I never played there. I played there, actually, I played Pitt my freshman year in college. So, yeah, I did play there, but in the pros, I never played there.
Like outside of, I think, Jaden Daniels in week 2, you've played a lot of veteran quarterbacks this year. What is it with those guys? I mean, they've seen everything probably there is to see, so how do you rattle those guys?
Man, you got to get in their face as much as possible. Like, you win in the game when the quarterback's looking more at the D-line than he is at his receivers. And, we have to do that type of great job. And we gotta go out there and attack. This is a really good unit. This is a really good front. Probably one of the best fronts we've seen this year, so I'm up for the task.
Is it possible to disguise in a way that causes confusion against a 41-year-old quarterback?
Yeah, there is. There is. We got to make him take the check down. Make him take the check downs, make him earn everything. But like I said, Rodgers is going to be Rodgers. You're going to see some amazing things out of them. They got some playmakers, but we got some playmakers too. It's going to be a good game.
The reason I ask is because in a game against a veteran like this, like how much it's like the same way the players make plays, but especially when the schematics are maybe going to throw him off like a young guy. How much does it come down to just players making plays? You just gotta win.
I think you got to win your match. I mean, when it comes down to it all, it's always going to be about players making the matchups. My best players against your best players, regardless of situation. You know what I mean? Like, you could be in the perfect coverage, but as we seen, Jamar Chase makes a catch. That's just his best player being our best player. So it's like regardless of what we're in, our players just got to play better. And we got some good guys, and we got to go accept that matchup.
After the Arizona game, you had mentioned Kobe Wood and his play inside. What have him and Carl given you guys for the interior press?
When Big D went down, I think both those guys stepped up, took the extra reps, and they just showed how electrifying they can be. And, I'm excited. You talk about guys like Carl who took advantage of every pass rush, every run game snap and say, you can't really not take him off the field. So, big shout out to him because, they really stepped up tremendously. And it gives more confidence, for this long run that we're trying to make about the rotation that we have.
Micah, everyone has talked about, you say, your impact with this defense since you got here. For you personally, do you kind of feel that? Do you feel like you've done the part to this point just to kind of help elevate this defense?
For me, it's tough to say because, for this trade to go out, we got to win games. And we got to go for a shot at the big one. So, that's a question I'm about to answer later in the year. Because if we don't do anything, then it's like, I didn't do enough. So I got to try my best to make sure I bring the guys along with me in every play, my play style, in terms of how good we can actually be.